Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Montenegro's central bank to test CBDC with Ripple. See, this is the kind of stuff that XRP is all about. You know, it's not all the hype of it being pegged to gold. It's not about the government wanting to try and buy it back for $100,000, etc., etc. This is what XRP is designed for. This is its utility. And this is the kind of stuff that I like because it's just cold hard facts that we're dealing with. Right? We're not going with theories and things that we can't necessarily prove. We're just going by evidence that we can actually factually see. And this is something to be positive about. So let's get into this. Central bank will identify the practical application of a digital currency and come up with a design to simulate its circulation. Okay, the Central Bank of Montenegro, or CBCG, plans to develop a pilot program for a central bank digital currency with blockchain provider Ripple, even as it uses the euro as its de facto currency. The central bank will identify practical applications of a CBDC and come up with a design to simulate its circulation, Ripple announced on Tuesday. The project will, quote, analyze the advantages and risks that CBDCs or national stablecoins could pose concerning electronic means of payment availability, security, efficiency, compliance with regulations, and most importantly, the protection of end users' rights and privacy, unquote, CBCG Governor Rajo Zudic said in a statement. Montenegro is not a member of the European Union, but it has adopted the euro without joining the eurozone. The European Central Bank and EU are set to decide whether to introduce a digital euro later this year. More than 100 countries are exploring the possibility of issuing a CBDC, which is a digitalized form of central bank money for use by the public. And there we have it. So, something to be excited about with Ripple and XRP, right? There's the real utility that you can see. This isn't us playing guessing games or trying to make theories that we're having to come out with out of random things that we can't prove. This is proof that the cryptocurrency XRP is being utilized. And this is definitely something to be positive about because Ripple are very much aware that this is one of XRP's strong suits in terms of CBDC. So I do imagine, not saying that they will get all of the customers in regards to CBDCs, but I think they will get a good chunk. So, in regards to what they said about privacy, I'm a little skeptical about that. Because one of the things about CBDCs that is concerning is the abuse what we'll have of privacy, because it will mean money will now be on a blockchain, which means everything will be clearly transparent. But it's not just in terms of the privacy, it's kind of like your freedoms. Now, to get into that fully is a video for another day because I'll be making this a lot longer and I'll be going off topic. But I will just say, I'm not so sure I agree with some of the parts of what they've said in that sense. I feel like, you know, they're probably trying to lull us into a false sense of security with what they were saying there, with parts of it. But I'll say this, in terms of CBDCs, this is something that's coming whether you like it or not. As you could see in the article, more than 100 countries are exploring the possibility of issuing a CBDC. It is of my opinion that this is a thing that is going to happen. There's no exploring. I think it will eventually be a thing that all countries are doing. It may take some longer than others, but I do think eventually that is the next phase. And so again, it's good to see that Ripple are getting countries who want to work with them and pilot this system. So again, this is positive news for Ripple and XRP. And this is the kind of utility that will give XRP the staying power, longevity, and this is what will actually, you know, eventually raise the price higher because this is adoption, right? You know, if the CBDC does get created successfully and they do decide to go ahead with, you know, releasing the official CBDC in Montenegro, it's likely they'll just stick with Ripple now. You know, most likely because, you know, they started it with them, and if they're happy with the product, then it's likely they'll say, hey, yeah, can we use you guys to launch our CBDC using the XRP ledger? So, again, this to me is just more reason to be, you know, to be optimistic, because, you know, off the back of the whole thing with David Schwartz addressing the 10 things about Ripple, I think some people have probably had the wind knocked out of their sails because they really did believe a lot of the facts that was on the list that I've got debunked. And the thing that I'm trying to say to you guys is you don't need to just have those theories to think that XRP can do well. XRP can still do well without those theories. It's just that it's not going to be maybe some of the prices that people have led you to believe. But this is the kind of thing that you want to be looking at. This is the kind of thing you want to be researching, because this is the stuff that's going to give XRP the staying power. So good news all around. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is something that is positive for Ripple and XRP? Do you disagree? Do you think this is actually something that's more negative, or do you think it's not really going to make any real impact to the price at all? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.